I have new unannounced exclusive leaks for the new year anniversary happening on this Thursday in Macedon. We're going to have a $1,000 tournament qualifier on the day of the new cards, and then that qualifier is for the $1,000 MCS happening on this Saturday. You all knew the MCS was coming alongside the Fiendsmith release. That's why we announced it earlier into the stream. So as soon as we announced it, that kind of gave it away for many that Fiendsmith was in fact coming. Now, what did Konami actually announce themselves so that we could separate the information from that? We know that Exodia plus Millennium is coming, plus Engraver being semi-limited. LZ is coming, which was a big announcement because this just came out in the TCG just a week ago. We also have Snake-Eyed Doom Dragon and also a new Azamina Moa Regina. Alongside these new cards, we're getting a new structure deck without any new cards. It's going to have heroes in it. That's fine. Now, are you ready for the unannounced exclusive leak, starting with Lacrima? Lacrima, the Crimson Tears, is coming with Engraver, where in the TCG and OCG, she was not released with the Engraver. And normally, if you don't have Necroquip, if you go into a Moon in the Closed Heaven, which is the main combo if you don't have a Light Fiend on the field, which then ties your deck, any deck, into the Fiendsmith engine, it allows you to make a Fiendsmith Requiem because you now have a Light Fiend on the field. So you could skip the step of 2 bodies into a Light Fiend if you could just have that Light Fiend. And then with the Requiem, you would summon from the deck an Engraver, and if you didn't have another body, you were kind of stuck there. Well, with the Lacrima, again, without the use of Necroquip, you're going to be able to Lacrima on summon from the Requiem to then send Engraver from the deck to the grave, and then from there, reborn the Engraver, and then full combo right away. Lots of Light Fiend materials in the graveyard for also fusion summoning. I do plan on releasing a combo video that's going to apply to any and all decks that would want to use the Fiendsmith engine, and also how to counter the deck if you care about that. Now, moving on from that, very quickly you could see, look at all the decks using this. Everyone's loving this. If you go on OCG stats also, it is all over the place. Decks out the wazoo. You could search whatever you want on Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta. Like, look at it. You could see Punk is using it, the Orcus, the Gem Knight, look at the Crystron deck even. Just search whatever your favorite deck is alongside Lacrima or Engraver on Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta, and you will find your deck there. Now, moving on from that, what is this? Fiendsmith Rex is not coming. Well, I mean, it's so new. It's too new to come out, but cards that came out the same time as the Fiendsmith Rex and the TCG, like the LZ, is coming, but this is not. So just do understand that. Don't get confused by that. Now, moving on to the LZ, which did come out at the same time as the Rex, which again, not coming, but this is coming because it was officially announced by Konami. You know that for sure. What cards are coming with this? Azamina. Well, expect all of the Azamina cards that you could ever want and care for will in fact be coming out alongside the LZ. So White Forest will be eating well. As you can see, some White Forest deck lists here. Unfortunately, the Ryzeal deck type is kind of hindering the usage of all those new cards, but we don't have Ryzeal nor Malice in Macedon, I could tell you for sure. Ryzeal and Melissa, of course, are not coming out this week. So we're going to actually see a lot more use out of the new cards than the TCG and OCG. If we switch on over to the OCG stats and the deck list here, you'll see a lot more usage as this card came out quite a while ago, back in October. Still quite new, though. It is a great card. Amazing. You could even tech this card in with the Apprentice. So Apprentice will be able to discard a card from your hand as you special summon this, and then you search for the LZ, and then LZ could just special summon herself onto the field. Just like that, 2 bodies on the field without committing to a normal summon, but of course you do have to discard to even special summon the Apprentice. It's kind of like a Terror Top combo, but now that you have access to the LZ and the Apprentice, you could then get a little bit spicier. You could play the card that is the Fiendsmith sequence by turning both of them into it. So the LZ and the, where's the Apprentice here? What you're going to actually do is you're going to turn them into the Closed Heaven and then go into the sequence, because once you make the sequence with the LZ and Apprentice in the graveyard, what's going to happen is you're going to be able to fuse into a Chimera. You can now play Baphomet, the mythical king of Phantom Beast, since you have access to an illusion in graveyard. Even though they're both illusion, you're not going to be able to use both of them for the fusion. But that is something that a lot of people are playing in their deck for this card. So that when on summon, you could send a Beast, Fiend, or illusion from your deck to the graveyard. And I will be possibly showcasing some decks that do play this engine. That is not specifically just Fiendsmith, Snake Eye, or some nonsense like that. Now, moving on, what do we have here? Azamina is not coming. Even, well, I mean, it's way too new. This is OCG 2025 release for January. This is not the TCG, not out in the TCG, so of course expect this to not be coming. Also, Diablo Star, the Sin Adjudicator, not coming. And then also, Diabelle's the White Witch is not coming. So do not get your hopes up for that. Moving on, we have, what is this? Original Sinful, not available anywhere else. What the heck's going on? We're going to have to craft this. It's going to get reprinted. Also, Poplar, not available anywhere. Expect a reprint. And then we have Flameburst Dragon, not available. Packs are expired, reprinted. Now, DK, do I have to get Diablo Star from Chaotic Showtime? I don't want to have to pull from that pack because of the cards I don't really care for besides Diablo Star. This will get reprinted also. So you don't have to craft this. You don't have to pull from Chaotic Showtime. It will be coming out in a reprint, so do expect that. Now, what else do we have in this video? This is when people are going to be whipping out their wallets and completely be dumping it out. So let me get through all of it before you pass judgment on this, alrighty? Let's get to it. Boom. Reinforcement of the Army is getting a reprint into Sky Striker art. There you go. A reinforcement of the Sky Strikers will be coming out in I think it's like a secret pack. I have to double check that. Just know that it's getting reprinted for the anniversary. We are also getting a reprint of Ray, and it's not this. It is going to instead be this. What the? I don't think this is even released in the OCG yet we're going to have it in Master Duel. So super exclusive to Master Duel. This could be a big push to get a lot of the TCG and OCG players to make the jump onto Master Duel if they haven't already to play the new art of Sky Striker. So I know a lot of you are talking about you wish that Master Duel had more exclusive stuff, that the TCG and OCG weren't always just months and months ahead. Well, in this case, I guess it's going to be a little bit different, even though it's not functionally something different, just some cool new art. And what about Hayate? We are also getting a new Hayate art. Now, I mean, I don't know if I'm a fan. I wish it was more green, because I do identify the Sky Striker links by their color, and there's not enough green here. Now, what else do we have? Even though it does look cool, we have Shizuku, which Shizuku stays blue, that kind of blue reddish. So this will also be new art. And if you missed out on the older art of Kagari, it's coming back. If you missed out on Engage, it's also coming back. So there's 4 new alt arts and then 2 reprints of alt arts. But wait, there's more. And this may be even bigger than all the other alt arts I showed to you. I don't know what they're going to be charging for this. It may be a super exclusive boost. Boom. This is going to be the new mate. Ray, which turns into Kagari on the field. That's right. Ray mate. I cannot share the assets, or at least I'm not willing to. So just wait for it to be announced and shown in game. Ray hopping into Kagari. I didn't really look into the exact function of when she turns into Kagari. I don't know, maybe it's like during the battle phase. You would think she'd want to turn into a Hayate during the battle phase, but there you go. That's going to be a big one. And if you want to be whipping out Sky Striker to celebrate the new mate. Oh, also, I can't show you this, but there's going to be a new field. A new field plus the new mate. And actually, I think it is bundled. In the bundle, you'll get the new field, new mate, and I don't know if it gives you some of the Sky Striker pack in addition to that. So you're going to have the full get up from bottom to top. And then, of course, you're going to want to have a viable deck to play this in, right? Well, I got you. We could click on the Sky Striker deck type breakdown here. We're going to remove that test here. Now, what is this looking like? This is the average card breakdown of the best way to play the deck. And if you want to go more specific, we could scroll on down. You could see the best Sky Striker deck list. Now, this mad lad did not know that in the deck builder, you could turn off card limits. So he does write that Suship is actually supposed to be a third maxi. That's fine. He topped before the ban list, or at least did not want to abide by the new ban list early. So deck list looking like this. There you go. And now, what else do we wishes that the extra deck was a 30 in game so that you could have a lot more options of playing. Another deckless example could be this one, Sky Striker Master 1. Now, this mad lad, what's their name? And then is showed her my panini. Okay, good job. Third Master 1 season with pure Striker. It's got card reasoning. It's got replays. Here is the deck list if you want to be copying something like that. And then you can also check out the comments in addition to the gameplay. But even more than that, I think we could see on the Sky Striker breakdown, this recently did well in the TCG, I believe. Let's click on TCG real quick. And scrolling down here, second freaking place of a YCS, Ryan Yu. So here is a nice deck list of that to potentially copy, as most of it's pretty much viable and could be copied one for one when going on over to Master Duel. So if you want some cool ideas, that could be one. Obviously, the Dominus Impulse in the side deck, not an available card that you would be copying over here. I think we have, we do not have a YouTube video for it, but these other things you do have YouTube videos. You can see the mark there. Is there an OCG way to play this deck, though? Let's see. In the OCG land, are they cooking with Sky Striker under OCG January 2025? That's quite recent, so take a gander at that. Main deck in the Black Goat Laughs, also the Pillar of Future Cyanos. I don't think a lot of people are playing this card, right? And then you could see the other deckless examples there. Now, that is what I got for you. Hopefully you enjoyed these quick little leaks before the New Year anniversary. I already know you're asking, Decade, what about this card, that card? I have a draft of what's coming, and I believe it is coming, but I don't feel comfortable enough telling you that definitively some of those cards are coming or not. And I'm specifically referring to, believe me, I know the cards that are tied to Fiendsmith that change the combos and some other decks. I just can't tell you, all right? But I will be going from there, all right? So I just got to hush about that and not tell you. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. And I'll have a Fiendsmith guide that should be out on the night of the new pack release. If not, I may just wait for the tournament to have maybe a different or more updated guide using actual Master Duel and not some online simulator. All right? So I appreciate you all very much. We're going to be having a great stream on Thursday. Also, if you are thinking, DK or Leakstead, I will start leaking the March pack next week. All right? We got the March pack, all that good stuff, so don't worry. And, okay, is the March pack good? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh, what the heck? So Thursday and Saturday, big tournaments, new pack, all that good stuff, and then we'll start leaking the March pack soon. I'll see you all soon, and keep on watching all that great stuff. Appreciate the support. We are out.